What's up, everybody? Justin here. The Winds of Change is the channel name, and welcome to the channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I'd like to try to get back more into it, but who knows? I've had the resale bug lately. Been working hard at my day job, and then also going out and sourcing and stuff after that. Altogether, I probably put in about 10 to 15 hours a week doing resale arbitrage. Things on eBay, stuff like that. Lately, just because I haven't had a lot of time, Amazon FBA has really been a lot smoother for me than eBay. eBay has just become sort of a place where I dump stuff that I end up getting that gets returned to me, or that I can't sell on Amazon for some reason, or if I spot something that's really cool, but it's not a big part of my business anymore. It just takes too much time. So Amazon's a lot easier. You can scan things and get them in and get them sold. It's a lot smoother. So I'm going to show you a few different items, but one from each store. So typical sourcing week, I go to a lot of different stores, and I even try some new ones sometimes, but I typically go to like Big Lots, Dollar General, Ross, TJ Maxx, places like that. So that's what I'm going to show you. One item from the Dollar General, or not the Dollar General, I'm sorry, the Dollar Tree. One from the Dollar Tree, one from Ross, one from Big Lots, one from TJ Maxx. And then we're going to talk a little bit about why I picked these items and whether it'd be a good, these types of items would be a good pickup for you or not. So let's look at the first one here. The first one here is this Dial coconut water mango hydrating soap, some hand soap. And I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. I used to never source at the Dollar Tree, but through certain times of the year, like through the summer and stuff like that, it's harder to find items at times, or sometimes you may go to stores and they're just dry. There's just nothing there to get. You're not always going to find those items that make you 100% return on your investment either. You're not always going to find items that you can double your money on. So if you spend 10, make 20 and profit 10, that's nice, but you can't always do that. So what I started doing was getting some of these lower priced items that have good return on investments, but they're fast sellers, and you don't make a whole lot off one item. So that's sort of my thinking behind it. Very similar to the like the book selling on Amazon, right? You're buying books for really cheap, a quarter, 50 cents, and maybe making $1, $2 off of them. And you can make huge profits on books, right? Like you can make $100 off of $1 investment, or something like that. But it's more of a volume game, and so that's what this is. I'm trying to mix in more faster selling, lower revenue items with higher stakes, higher revenue items. So one of the reasons I got this was because it has a good sales rank. It is, what is it? I think it's like where does it tell you down here? Let's see, there's all that. 50,000 in beauty and personal care, so that's pretty good. And you can look here at the keeper graph, and you can see how it's doing, right? So it's listed right now for 443, but if you click on that, you can see that the lowest FBA is actually 476, 477, so on and so forth. So we're going to try to sell it for 477 or 476. We'll just match some of these other guys in here. And because you can look at it selling for that, right? This new here, if you never read a keeper graph, I'll go over it real quick for you. This line here where it says new 249, that is not FBA. So that's 249 plus whatever shipping. What we want to look at in price wise are these dots here. New third party FBA 477, 477. In this green line, every time there's a dip in it, that's a sales. So that is at least one sale. And this is the amount of sellers there are. So there are a lot of sellers on it, like in the 20s, almost 30. Look at the month. In this one, this has actually got such a good sales rank that we can even look at the week or the day. So in the last day, one sold here, one sold down here. In the week, though, look how many sold during the week. All these down dips, not the upgrades, but the down dips. So all these, where that sales rank drops, that's at least one sale. and the price they're selling for, $477. So people are buying them, right? So that's what we're going to list it at. So if we go over here, we're going to charge $477 for it. By the way, this is just the Seller Central Amazon calculator. I actually use Inventory Lab and Scoutify too to do this, but this is a free program. So we're going to sell it for $477. Here's the fees. We paid $1 for it, and we want to look in this column because this is Amazon fulfillment. So we're going to make 90 cents. So you spend $1 and you make 90 cents off of it. That's pretty good, right? Because that's a 90% ROI, return on investment. So you're almost doubling your money. Now, would you just pick up, go to the store and pick up one of these and bring it home? I mean, maybe, it's not a lot of extra work. But the idea behind this is, say that you go to a Dollar Tree and say that you get 20 of these, right? And then you go to 7 more Dollar Trees. So you get 20 at each one. So you're getting 20 at each one. And then you're going to go to 7 different stores, right? And different stores could have different amounts. This is just the idea behind it. So that's 140 units that you're going to get, and you're going to make 90 cents on all those. That's wrong. So 140, put a wrong 0 in there. So times 0.9 equals, that's $126. So if you're getting little items like this, these are going to sell year round. It's hand soap, right? Some people may like this scent. It could be something that was discontinued. So that's why people want it. That's why it's desirable, right? So my thinking is get them as many as you can, if it's a good buy, and send them in. You'll get that trickle revenue coming in. It's not going to be I sold one of those Dial soaps today, made $100. It's not going to be one of those, but it's going to be something where a little bit over time it's going to add up and add up and add up. And that's actually really good returns, right? The place where I work at during the day, sometimes they'll spend $20 to make a $2 profit. Okay, a lot of big businesses spend a lot of money for a little bit of profit margin. So this is actually really good. I've heard other YouTubers talk about buying things like Dial and other name brand things from the Dollar Tree and say that they wouldn't do it because they're afraid of an IP claim. And then I've heard other people advocate going to the Dollar Tree. The IP claim comes from if Dial would say, hey, this is intellectual property, you can't sell it, and then you had to prove documentation like from the Dollar Tree that Amazon wouldn't accept it. But honestly, if you're doing retail arbitrage, this is something that you run the risk of doing with every product that you send in. Don't let anybody romanticize it. You could send in any product and they could say, this is our product, we don't want you selling it, and you're going to have to stop selling it, right? That could happen with anything. So just keep that in mind. People have been doing it for years and not having any issues. Some people try it the first time and have issues. And it can be scary when you read a lot of the reviews, or you read a lot of the complaints, and they're like, "Oh, it's shut my account down," and that is scary. That's a scary thing. You put a lot of money into it, and you have a lot of stuff at Amazon warehouse, and then all of a sudden, you're doing what you've been doing for a while, and then they say, "Hey, you know what? We're going to suspend your account until you can prove X, Y, and Z." It's sort of scary, but don't let fear ruin your day. There's a lot of people that do retail arbitrage and are very successful with it, make a good income, make good extra income. So follow the rules the best you can. Don't listen to everybody you see online. Not even me necessarily. Go check out the rules and see what's going on and find out for yourself. All right, next item, big lots. Some people don't like going to big lots, but if you look for the right things, every once in a while I'll find a toy or so that's pretty good. But a lot of times I'll look in the like the beauty products, like the shampoo, soaps, and stuff like that, and you can find some really good items there. I've started looking more into dish soaps, which I've been selling on Amazon since 2012, and I've never thought about selling dish soap, but I've started branching out, right? Because I feel like once you get like a specific niche down, like books, and then you move on to like toys, and then maybe like sporting goods. Like for me, I want to keep growing my products, right? Like I want to keep growing the things that I'm looking for, the different sections of the places, the stores that I'm going to check out. Because if all you do is look at like shampoo, soap and toys, and you go there and there's nothing in that store and you walk out, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table if you're not checking out things like dish soaps and stuff like that. So this is the Palmolive right here. It's pure and clear. I picked up a bunch of these, several of them, probably about 30 or 40. But I think I cleared all of the Big Lots out that are relatively close to me, and I don't know if this is something that they're going to get back in or not. They are kind of heavy. They're sort of heavy, and so to bag stuff like this, you got to be careful. Like I'll put it in a poly bag, which is required. I'll tape the lid, poly bag it, tape it around the top, and then put the outside sticker on. And then these, I can only send in like a small Home Depot box and maybe get about 12, 13, or 14 of these in there comfortably. And then I'll send them off by themselves because I don't want to run the risk of like shoving something else in there, one of these busting, and then it ruins, whatever else is in there. So these are going for $16.49, 19 ratings, pretty good. They're good ratings, and it's $33,000 in health and household. And again, we can look at the Keepa here. There's only 4 people that have it right now, 4 or 5 people that have it right now. And I think all mine actually sold out, so I'm just gonna have this one to send in. But you can look at the Keepa graph. This is the buy box here is $16.94, and it's selling for that price. All these dips. We can narrow this down to the week. There's a few bought during the week, and they were bought at like a $16.80 something cent price. So this is a pretty good buy. So let's look at how much we would make on it. Okay, so we're going to sell it for say $16.49, right? That's sort of low end. We could maybe get 17 out of it. Just depends how it goes. But we'll just do $16.49, and we're going to pay $5 for it. So the profit on that is going to be $2.61. So that's a 50% ROI, right? So when I'm selling these in, when I'm turning these in, and I'm sending, about 12 or 13 of them. So you figure about 13 times 2.6, right? Minus, it's usually about $7 to ship. So about $25. Okay, so $25, $26, something like that. But they're really easy to bag up, to put in, to ship out. And so then, I'm getting that money back relatively quickly. They sell pretty fast. Or the ones that I sent in did before anyway. And you can tell by the Keepa graph that they are as well. So those are some things to sort of look out for at Big Lots, different kinds of soaps and stuff like that. Also recently picked up some the smaller Palmolive, not Palmolive, but Dawn, like Pure and Gentle, for like $2, and they're selling for like 14 or 15, and they actually sell. And that's one thing you got to keep in mind too. You may look at something, you're like, man, this is $3, and all it is dish soap. Why is it selling online for like 18 bucks? There's a lot of different reasons behind that. But if you look at the Keepa graphs and you see that people are buying it at that price, then people are buying it at that price, and go ahead and send it in. Value is determined by what somebody's willing to pay. So if you have a favorite scent or something that's like Free and Gentle that you can't find anymore that you really liked, and you can't find it in your stores, and you're going to go online. And if the only price you can get it for is that price, then that's what you're gonna buy it with. All right, so let's move on. TJ Maxx. This is a Lala Loopsy doll. I got 2 of these. One was a different character. It was Stormy, but I got this one as well. And it was on clearance for $10. And I'm not sure what they were originally selling it for. I've passed these up at TJ Maxx several times. Originally they were selling for $16, which buying this at $16 would not be worth it. But I guess they're just clearancing out some of their stuff to make room for their Christmas items, because this is in good condition. When you buy stuff like this and it comes in these boxes, especially from TJ Maxx, Burlington, Ross, wherever you go, you want to make sure that the casing isn't broke, because a lot of times these will be cracked, so you don't want to just say you see one of these like that's a good deal and you grab like 15 of them. Well, you want to check them out, because sometimes the cases might be cracked, or like this part here might be ripped off, and then you can't sell them as new anyway. So let's look at this one, Lala Loopsy Entertainment Large Spot Doll. We're going to sell it as new, and because it was new. And so you can see there are a lot of offers, mid-20s. But it's selling at the, this was like $29, 29 back in like September, beginning of October. You can see it dip down now. So 26. Somebody dropped it down to like what is this? $19.99 by Amazon. So I don't know what was up with that. We can maybe try to take a closer look at that. All right. So here's the month. And actually, when Amazon comes in stock, you get this orange bar, and you can't really see it. A lot of times it'll be orange all the way across for when they're in stock. So here it was. This was just a very small. Looks like they may have only had it for like a day or so, right? And that was like, man, actually today's November 2nd. So they just brought it in today and like must have sold out the same day. I don't really know how to read that, but they were selling it pretty low. But you can see consistently it's been consistently up, right? So, and then you can look here throughout the summer how much it was. You know, buy box 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. So it's selling consistently about $25, $26. So that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go for, we got $27.88 in there because that was the buy box price. So if we match that buy box price at $27.88 and we pay $10 for it, we're going to make $6.80. So that's like me giving you a $10 bill, and then that's like you giving me a $10 bill, and then me giving you back $16.80, right? So you're going to profit $6.80 on that. So that was a pretty decent find there, and that was from TJ Maxx. Haven't had a lot of luck lately with toys at TJ Maxx. Some people have, I just have not. Last thing I want to look at here is some Under Armour stuff that I picked up. Now we just got a new Ross. We haven't had Rosses. I'm in Ohio and there's not a lot of Rosses. There's never been anywhere that I'm close to. I think the closest one is like Kentucky, and then there's some in Indianapolis, and they're all both like 2.5 hours away. So they put 3 new Rosses up recently, and 2 in the town north of me about 35-40 minutes away, and then 1 where I'm at. So I went to look. I didn't look for the shoes, which is what a lot of people do. They're out of box, and it just takes time to look through those more than scanning. So I did scan all the clothes though, and I am ungated in Under Armour. So here's the Under Armour shirt that I got right here, and here is the tag for it. It was $19.99 at Ross. MSRP is $40. When you sell clothes, you got to be careful because the UPCs don't always match what's on here. So like the UPC could bring up this shirt and say like you can't really see it because it's dark gray, the Under Armour symbol here, and it's dark gray on this shirt. But say you put in this UPC and it came up and then this was green, right? Well, you wouldn't want to sell a shirt, even though the UPC matched, you wouldn't want to sell a shirt that didn't match the picture. So like if you got a picture here and it's got a green thing and you bought it, and then you got something with a gray logo, you'd probably return it, right? You wouldn't care what the UPC was. So you got to do what makes sense. So, but this is $48.95 is what it's listed for now. And you can go down here and you can see, it was out of stock for a long time in this particular size and color. I mean, it's an extra large. And one thing with clothes too is this is the sales rank of a parent ASIN. So this is the sales rank of all these different colors, right? Colors and sizes. So it's a little risky when you get these many because you're not sure what color is selling the best. But this is a pretty cool color, and I think that it's going to be, common. I think it's going to be more common than say pink, right, for guys. So it's a pretty standard color. But you can see what they were selling for, right? So $47.95, $47.80, $49, and they're going, pretty well. So if you go even to the week here, you got about 20, and look at last week how many of these sold. All these down dips, right? Here is a lot of them sold, and they're selling at buy box $47.98. Some of them are going for $39.99. So for this size, this particular size, it's an extra large. There's only 1 left in stock from this guy here, but we're going to go and see how much it would cost or how much we would make from it. So if we sold it at $48.95 and we spent $20 for it, then we would profit $17.78. So you're spending 20 and you're making back $17.78 in profit. So, you know, it's like you giving me $20 and then me giving you $37.78 back. And so the reason I got this too is because even if it goes down to like $39.99, so it's going to go down to $39.99, even if it went down to the MSRP, you're still making, you know, $10, which is pretty good. So that is how we're going to look at that. Those are the 4 things that I picked up. I think it was 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4. 4 items that I picked up to send into Amazon to resell on FBA. So maybe you got some ideas, some things to look out for. Let me know, leave a comment, make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you liked the information here, if it helped you at all. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below. Give me a thumbs up, and keep posted. Hit the little bell button so that whenever I list a new video, you can get a notification. And so, yeah, that was it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.